All right, so we're returning custom claims in our JSON Web Token. Now we need to extract these in our auth service. So here in the handler for the authenticated event, after we store the token in the local storage, we can decode it and extract the roles. First, I'm going to create an object called JWT helper and set it to a new JWT helper. This class is defined in Angular2-JWT. With this, we can easily decode a JSON Web Token. So decode token, and we give it this auth result that access token. Now we have a decoded token. And here we can set a field like this.roles to decode a token, and we use the square bracket notation to access https://viga.com/roles property. Now, of course, we need to declare this field here. So roles, set it to any. Now, this code is executed only when the user logs in, but chances are they may come back to the application, or they may simply refresh the browser. In that case, we need to reinitialize this roles field, just like how we did that with the profile field. So basically, I'm going to temporarily copy this code, paste it here. Now, in the next lecture, we're going to refactor our code and clean this up. So for now, let's just make sure everything is working. Now, we need to make a tiny change here. So at this point, we don't have the access token, but we can get it from the local storage. So token, we get it from local storage.get item, and the key is token. Now, if we do have a token, then we decode it and extract the roles. Okay? And then we can change this argument to token. Now, I'm going to add a new component here. Call it admin. We're going to have a single admin page, really simple, just to make sure everything's working. So admin.component.ts. And a-component, delete one more time, a-component tab. We don't need the selector and module ID. And for now, for the template, let's just use a simple h1 tag. Admin. And change the component name. Now let's go to the app module. App.module. First, I'm going to register this component. And then I'm going to add a new route in our routes array. So simply duplicate one of these routes, change this to admin and the component to admin component. Now I want to display this in our navigation menu only if the user has the admin role. So let's go to navmenu.component.html. So these last two list items, one of them is counter, the other is fetch data. I'm going to delete this fetch data. We don't really need this. And I'm going to rename this counter to admin. And also here, change the router link to admin. Now I want to render this only if the user is in the admin role. So auth.roles.index of admin greater than -1. However, I don't like this code. I don't want this roles field to be publicly accessible by the clients of this auth class. Because somewhere in the code, I may accidentally reset all the roles, right? So back in the auth service, I'm going to make this private and then define a public method here, isInRole. Here we pass the role name and return this.roles.index of role name to be greater than -1. Now back in the template, here we simply call auth isInRole and we give it the admin role. Let's try it. All right, here's the first error, cannot read property index of undefined. So I forgot to initialize the roles field. So initially, let's set this to an empty array. And we can improve the IntelliSense by changing the type to string array. That's better. Also, we should go to the logout method and reset this roles field when the user logs out. Now let's try it. So initially the admin link is not here because I'm not logged in. Let's log in. All right, now let's have a look. Okay, here's the admin link. Log out. The link disappeared. Beautiful. Now to make sure that this is really working, I want to test the opposite condition. So I want to remove the admin role from my account and make sure when I log in, the admin link will not appear. So back in the dashboard, I'm going to delete this admin role. Save. Now back in the application, log in one more time. So the admin link is not there. Beautiful. Now here's a question you might have. You might think because we have this token in the local storage, a hacker can simply come here, get this token, decode it, add extra claims like the roles, and assign their account to an admin role. Is that possible? No, because they don't have the private key that is used to digitally sign this token. So they cannot make any modifications here. Let me show you. So if I copy this value and go back to jwt.io, let's decode this. All right, so currently I don't have the admin role, right? Now, let me add this admin role here. If you scroll down, you see that we have an invalid signature. Because here I need to provide the public and private keys to sign this token. In other words, if you go to the encoded tab, look, there is nothing here. So I cannot modify this token. Only the server that issues this token has the private key and can modify the content of this token.